Welcome to Immigrant in Law's channel. Today let's talk about where the real tourist influx is happening in the EU and why it's a great opportunity for seasonal work. If you are considering labor migration, this video is for you. Seasonal employment is temporary work time to coincide with a tourist or climatic peak. In European countries, this is usually the summer months from June to September, sometimes longer if the weather or tourist flow allows. This is the time when resorts, hotels, restaurants, travel agencies, rental services, ferry and cruise companies are under increased pressure and need additional staff. This is a chance for job seekers to get officially employed abroad, get a real income from 800 to 2,000 euros per month, improve your language skills, expand your circle of acquaintances, to see the country without the tourist masses. Jobs in tourism range from serving guests in a hotel to working as an animator, tour administrator, tour guide, bartender, beach staff, or kitchen assistant. It all depends on your skills, language level, and willingness to work in an active rhythm. Seasonal work is not only an opportunity to earn money, but also a great way to integrate. You immerse yourself in the language environment, familiarize yourself with the culture and rules of the country. Many people use this format as a starting point for longer-term immigration, with a subsequent transition to a permanent contract, training, or residence permit. Tourism is one of the largest economic sectors in Europe, and every summer it literally boils over with activity. The demand for temporary workers increases tenfold, especially in popular resort regions. It is at this time that thousands of vacancies open up, and foreign applicants are eager to apply for them. You can look for work on specialized employment websites, for example, EURES, Season Workers, Job Trust, through agencies that cooperate with European hotels and restaurants, in groups in social networks and Telegram channels, directly on the websites of hotels, resorts, or travel companies. Seasonal vacancies most often involve working for 2-4 months, but if the contract is well performed, extensions or re-invitations are possible for the following season. This is a good way not just to earn money in the summer, but to start building a working reputation abroad. Spain is one of the top 3 most visited countries in the world every year. During the summer season, the tourist flow increases rapidly, and with it, the demand for workers in the tourism industry. The regions of Costa Brava, Costa del Sol, Mallorca, Ibiza, and the Canary Islands are particularly active. This is where the majority of offers for seasonal workers are concentrated. The most sought-after positions are waiters, bartenders, cashiers, maids, and receptionists in hotels, employees of beach complexes and entertainment areas, nightclub and event staff. Special aspects. Knowledge of Spanish would be an advantage, but in many places, English is sufficient. In tourist areas, applicants who speak Russian, German, or French are also valued, especially in customer service. Employers will often help with accommodation and arrange temporary contracts even for non-EU nationals if they have the appropriate visa or authorization. The season in Spain lasts from the end of May to the beginning of October, and in the southern regions and the Canaries until November, which makes it possible to work longer than in other countries. Greece is one of the most insular countries in Europe, and each of its islands turns into a separate center of tourism during the season. Crete, Rhodes, Corfu, Santorini, and dozens of other resorts are filled with tourists from all over the world in summer. This creates a high demand for seasonal staff in all segments of the hospitality industry. The most in demand are hotel staff, maids, receptionists, kitchen assistants, waiters and bartenders in coastal restaurants, animators and sports instructors, tour guides, especially with knowledge of Russian or English, transfer drivers and transportation rental workers. What's offered? Often the contract includes free accommodation and meals. This is especially important in island locations where rent can be expensive or limited. Employers are willing to accept foreign workers, especially if the applicant has experience in tourism or language skills. The season starts in April-May and lasts until the end of September, and even longer in the southern islands. Greece is an excellent choice for those who are looking for a combination of picturesque nature, warm climate, and real jobs with the possibility of legal registration. Portugal is rapidly gaining popularity as a tourist destination, especially among travelers from Europe and North America. The Algarve, Lisbon, Porto, and Madeira are becoming centers of attraction for tourists and seasonal workers alike. Vacancies are opening up in hotels and hostels, administrators, maids, receptionists, cafes and restaurants on the coast, excursion services and transportation rental agencies, surf schools, campgrounds, and boat tours. Advantages: high demand for English-speaking employees. Many locations do not require knowledge of Portuguese. Comfortable working conditions and flexible schedules. Employers often help with accommodation and meals. Especially interesting vacancies in Lisbon and Porto. There are a lot of tourists all year round, and the summer season only increases the flow. Portugal is also considered one of the most friendly countries for foreign workers. Polite attitude, moderate requirements, and relatively easy adaptation. Italy is not only famous cities and museums, but also a huge number of resort areas, especially in the south of the country. Sicily, Sardinia, the Amalfi Coast, Calabria, Puglia. In the summer season, the entire tourist infrastructure is at work here, and vacancies appear in large numbers. Who they are looking for: receptionists and cleaners in hotels and apartments, kitchen assistants, waiters, bartenders, drivers, couriers, souvenir sellers, animators in family hotels and children's clubs. Tip: Even a basic knowledge of Italian greatly increases your chances of employment, especially when communicating with local staff. However, in many places popular with tourists, English is sufficient, especially in large hotel chains. Some employers offer accommodation, meals, and help with paperwork. The season lasts from May to September, but longer in the south and the islands, especially when working in spas, gastrotourism, or wineries. Cyprus and Malta are two small but very popular island countries with a steady tourist flow, especially during the summer season. Due to the mild climate and the large number of hotels, bars, and beach clubs, there is always a need for seasonal workers. The following are in demand in Cyprus: hotel and apartment staff, waiters, cooks, bartenders, staff for sea excursions, yachts and transportation rentals, promoters and animators in tourist areas. In Malta, these destinations include administrators and coordinators in language schools. English is the official language here. Employees in travel agencies and souvenir stores, assistants in water activities, diving, boat tours. Advantage: English is used everywhere, making these countries particularly attractive to foreigners without knowledge of local languages. In both countries, the tourist season lasts longer than usual, from April to October. It is also quite common for employers to provide accommodation and meals, and for some jobs there may be assistance in applying for a work visa. Although Austria and Switzerland are better known as winter destinations for skiers, in summer these countries are no less active due to developed ecotourism, hiking trails, spa hotels, and alpine resorts. During this period, the demand for staff in the mountains and natural recreation areas increases sharply. Who they are looking for: maids and hotel staff, kitchen assistants, waiters, bartenders, spa and resort workers, administrators, trainers, service personnel in resorts. Special features: neatness, punctuality, and at least a basic knowledge of German in Austria or German and French in Switzerland are valued here. However, in tourist regions, English is often sufficient, especially for seasonal work. Employers usually offer official registration, accommodation, and meals. In some cases, assistance in obtaining a work visa. The season lasts from May to September, but employment can be longer in high-level hotels. Croatia, already a member of the EU, and Montenegro, which is on its way to accession, are becoming increasingly popular with tourists, especially from Europe. The Adriatic coasts are literally overflowing with vacationers from May to September, and employers are actively looking for seasonal staff. The most in demand are young employees for beach clubs and bars, promoters, event organizers, water tours and boat rentals, vendors at beach stores and souvenir stands. Important: in Croatia, employers are more likely to be formalized. It is possible to apply for a seasonal visa if you have a contract. In Montenegro, the situation is less formalized, and often payment is in cash, so it is important to carefully check the conditions and agreements in advance. In many cases, knowledge of English is sufficient, but Russian is also welcome. There are many tourists from Eastern Europe. There are also jobs where the employer provides accommodation and meals, especially in remote or island areas. Germany and France are not traditionally associated with beach vacations, but domestic and international tourism, especially in the format of gastronomic, cultural, and nature travel, is actively developing here in summer. This opens up interesting opportunities for seasonal employment. In demand in Germany are staff at campgrounds and eco-hotels, staff for lake resorts, for example Lake Constance, helpers at holiday parks and festival services. In France, staff for hotels and restaurants on the Côte d'Azur, guides and escorts in castles, museums, and wineries, workers in rural and agritourism, especially in Provence and the Loire Valley. Special features: in both countries, knowledge of the local language is valued, but in tourist areas it is possible to find employment with English. Official registration is a prerequisite, especially in case of long-term employment. Employers most often provide accommodation, meals are negotiable. Seasonal work in these countries is suitable for those who want to combine earnings with cultural and professional experience in a stable European environment. To get a seasonal job in the EU, you will need to prepare a number of documents. The exact list depends on the specific country and your nationality, but in general, the set includes a valid passport, a labor contract or an official invitation from an employer, health insurance for the entire duration of your stay, visa or work permit if you are not an EU citizen, sometimes a criminal record certificate and a medical certificate. There are simplified visa regimes for citizens of some countries, especially if you have a biometric passport. However, it is important to remember that it may be illegal to work without an official work permit, even if you entered on a visa-free visa. If you already have a temporary status in one of the EU countries, you can expect to be able to work legally, including seasonally, especially if you have an offer from an employer. It is also useful to check in advance whether you need to register with the migration service upon arrival and how long it takes for visa documents to be processed. In some countries, it can be up to 30 days. Seasonal work in the travel industry offers not only the opportunity to earn money, but also many other advantages. It is a great start for those who want to try their hand at life abroad without the risk of immediately moving for a long time. Main advantages: fast employment. Many positions are filled in 2-4 weeks, especially if you have experience or basic language skills. Opportunity to stay. A good seasonal employee may be offered a contract extension or a more stable position. Accommodation and food, in many cases provided by the employer, which saves money and makes adaptation easier. Language practice. Working in an international environment employment helps improve your English and/or the language of the country. Cultural exposure. You immerse yourself in local life and gain a better understanding of the traditions, mindset, and rhythm of the country. Recommendations and experience. Overseas work experience is valued and can be useful for future re-employment or applying for a residence permit. Seasonal employment is especially convenient for students, young professionals, and those considering immigration through work. It is a real chance to find out whether the country you have chosen suits you and whether you want to stay there for the long term. Seasonal work can be a great opportunity, but only if you approach it responsibly and scrutinize the terms and conditions. To avoid unpleasant surprises, it is important to keep a few key points in mind. Official registration. Make sure that your employer provides an employment contract, work permit if required, and formalizes you. This will protect your rights and ensure that you stay in the country legally. Don't send money in advance. Conscientious employers do not require advance payments for a job or accommodation. Be especially careful with private intermediaries. Check the documents, read the contract carefully, check the work schedule, duties, accommodation, and food conditions, as well as the payment clause. Clarify who pays for visa and travel. Sometimes it is the employer, but more often the costs are borne by the employee. Budget for this in advance. Study references. Check the reputation of the company or agency. Do they have a website, pages in social networks, real feedback from employees? Fix agreements. If the terms are discussed verbally, ask for confirmation by mail or messenger to have proof in case of a dispute. It's also a good idea to find out in advance how to open a local bank account, where your country's nearest consulate is located, and how to get medical care if needed. Being prepared is the key to a smooth and successful season. As you can see, seasonal work in the tourism industry is not just a way to earn money in the summer, but also a real opportunity to start the path to life in one of the countries of the European Union. Spain, Greece, Portugal, Italy, Cyprus, Malta, Croatia, as well as Austria, France, and Germany all open their doors to those who are ready to work, learn, and adapt. Each country offers something different. Somewhere it is easier to find a job without a language, somewhere accommodation is provided, and somewhere work experience or knowledge of a certain segment of tourism is especially valued. The main thing is to analyze everything in advance, choose a reliable employer, and draw up the documents correctly. We would like to emphasize, with EU citizenship, you will have much more opportunities. You will be able to work without visas, sign contracts directly, get access to social packages, medical services, and change your country of residence if you choose. Employers are much more willing to work with EU citizens. It saves them time and resources. If you are interested in not just a seasonal job, but a long-term opportunity, we can help. Immigrant in Law accompanies clients through the EU citizenship registration process. Request a free consultation with Immigrant in Law lawyers. We will choose the best relocation strategy for you, prepare all the necessary documents, explain in detail the nuances of the legislation, and answer all your questions. We will analyze your case, your goals, your situation without templates. Want to learn more or start the process today? Contact us. All contacts are listed in the description below this video. We're here to help you take a confident step toward a new life. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and ask your questions in the comments. I will be happy to answer them. Discover a world of opportunities with Immigrant in Law.